Hi. So I wanted to share a video with some insights that I've been having over the last week or two. I really feel like I don't know about everybody else, but it's been a real time of just going within and, um, figuring out stuff and going deeper. And yeah, I realized something that now seems so simple that I can't believe I only just came to this realization. Um, but I spent a lot of time, and the thing is, I'm not saying that it was wasted time because I think sometimes to get to a certain point, you have to go through, some other stages to get there. Because it's all like a journey. But I've done a lot of work on sort of looking at my wounds and past traumas and things from childhood and why they're recreating and why I'm attracting certain things. And then it really came to me while I was doing a lot of work on realigning to my core, which is really what I feel like I've been doing the last couple of weeks because I feel that I had gone off from that for a while, like truly being aligned. And I realized that how can you, like, you are your soul, and your soul cannot be wounded. It can't be not whole. It can't be broken. It can't be wounded. It's a soul, and a soul just is. A soul is whole, complete. Um, so all with the journey really is aligning to that already whole soul, and anything that we're experiencing that is a wound or a perceived trauma, it's not actually a wound because it's only part of your human identity. And what is your human identity? It's your ego. So anything that's not whole and perfect and completely healed is just your ego. And even your ego can't actually be wounded because the ego is just the ego doing the ego's job. And it's not a wound, it's just an ego and an identity that we're choosing to experience for our journey. So actually what we're timing as a wound or a trauma or something like this is just an ego program. So I realized that, there's no point over focusing on wounds and going round and round and reanalyzing them because they're not who we actually are. We are at the core our soul, like our joy is our soul. So all we need to do is align to that core, and that's our soul, and that's already whole and healed. There's no fixing or patching up or healing or making whole. There's just aligning to what already is, all of that. And anything that's not that is just our identity and just our ego. So, if for example you feel traumas are coming up, it could be just that desire to want to be a victim and to want to experience that ego cycle. And I know we don't want to say, oh yeah, I'm living this experience, because when it's happening, it's so real and there's so much emotional pain body attached to it, that to say you want to, that you're enjoying experiencing it or you're choosing to experience it consciously or not, you're not actually saying, oh, I really want to have some pain today, but your your true self or your ego is wanting to experience that because it's wanting to experience that part of the journey still, and it's not wanting to be fully aligned to its core self. So it made me realize that all that really needs to be done is to understand, see, and acknowledge the ego and integrate it and understand that we're already whole, healed, perfect, everything, and the only thing needed to experience that is to align with that. And yeah, just see that anything that's not that is just it's just a choice, an ego choice that we're choosing to play out for the experience. And by knowing that we're choosing that, then we can move out of that, and we can align with ourselves. And there's different techniques, like presence is really helpful for that, and just looking at and integrating your ego programs. But yeah, it's just, I just realized, I spent so long thinking that I have wounds, and I think a lot of people on the journey do, and I feel like you could spend your whole life fixing these wounds and just going around in circles. And I think there's a time and a place. There's a place sometimes to look at it, because it can really help you see that it's your creation more, because you can, that whole process is allowing you to see where it came from, why you're playing it out, that it is your creation. But then it's really about understanding that that's not actually you. That's your identity. Your identity and your ego self and your human self and your personality is separate from your soul. And your soul is perfect and whole and healed. So it's just about moving into more alignment with the whole, or just not even just knowing that's you, and clearing the fog, the ego fog that doesn't see that you're whole and that you're healed and that you're perfect and that there's nothing to be fixed. So yeah, this came to me really strongly, that the job is just to align, and just to know that, and not to fix yourself. You're just seeing through your ego. We're not fixing ourselves. There's nothing to be fixed, because what are we? We're not our personality and our wounds. We're like, our true self is our soul, and there's just nothing damaged or broken or unwhole about it. The journey is simply to know and to align with that true self. So yeah, I hope this helped, and yeah, let me know your experiences, and I'll speak soon.